All right, yeah, Pig's Under Pressure is already inside. So we're waiting for them. They're only letting the people with hearings in again just to make it so you have a private hearing. See anything, guys? See if I can read some of the comments here. No, this is Friday. You've been drinking too much? This is Friday. It's not Saturday. Working and lurking. Well, you have to. I'm not wearing a mask right now, but you have to when you go inside. They make you. But it's not mandatory. I don't believe. But to go inside, it is. But out in public, I just do the 6 feet distance and you just keep away from everybody. Leon Valley's going down good. Hello, Chris Marcus, AK Lady, MD, Patrick DeCamper, Texas Justice, Chris Marcus, thank you guys. No, he's inside. All you see is the window, huh? Can you see in there? Hello, Whitebeard. Tucson Lori, welcome. See, on that thing that they wrote, even being out in public here, you can't in the parking lot or on the sidewalk, and you can't do what I'm doing right now, according to their administrative order. I was here for about an hour. I couldn't figure out how to go live. They changed it. Usually it was up at the top right. It had a picture of a camera, then you hit it to go live or upload. They changed it, so it took me a while to figure out. I don't know if it's because I got a new phone or a new service or what, but wow. But I did figure it out. There's a little plus button on the very bottom now. I don't know if it's but I do got new phones. I got backups for backups now, guys, because of all the stuff that happened in the past. And so if they take my phone, I'll have other phones in the vehicle. So they said, remember last time I went here, they said they didn't take change, just $5. Now I came up here and they say they do. Well, I do got $40 in change. I already paid my fine for today, but I probably should go pay the other. But when they actually do it, then they're going to change their mind. All these parking lots were taken, so I had to park way down there. So I didn't want to carry the 2 heavy jars of pennies and dimes. But the same jars I had last time, I still have. They wouldn't take them then. But the lady said, oh no, we take change. So. Someone's horny. What fine did I give him a win on? The sausage deli thing. I'm appealing it again to the next court, but the appeal to the Superior Court, the first appeal, they wouldn't overturn the judge. So that's what it was. Is there was 3 charges: contributing delinquency of a minor, because the prosecutor said that I filmed the elbow of a cop's girlfriend's daughter in the sausage deli, and disorderly conduct for the child. I won them 2, but the third one with the disorderly conduct, because I filmed the mother, the bitch mother, they got me for disorderly conduct for filming in a public place. So that's what Tucson do. Anything they don't like, remember, they'll make disorderly conduct. and then they'll bring it to this judge. And remember, here you don't get a jury. This is Mickey Mouse Kangaroo Court. They don't give you a jury here. It's a bench judge. So there's going to be city employees testifying, and it's the city employee making the decision. That's why this court is such a joke. You know, you can't get a jury trial just for that reason. I don't even know if they're asking for years, but anything that's a misdemeanor, you don't get a jury trial for. And I don't think they do felonies here. So, but no, you go in front of their kangaroo judge, and then whatever he says goes. And then all these idiots out here, these court employees, that's what they're here for, just to enforce and collect the extortion money for all these people. And during this pandemic, I've been asking all the city employees, sir, hey, sir, was any city employees laid off for the pandemic or furloughed or anything? Do you know?
I don't know.
Yeah. Everyone else is being furloughed. From what I understand, they're still getting paid. They're staying at home and getting paid, in most cases. But they know. The answer is no. No, they won't send you. No, nope. It won't go to state court. That's the first thing I do, guys, is ask for a change of venue because this court is biased. But they always, and I got a court date on the 4th or 5th of November. And I'm doing the same thing again. I'm still fighting the change of venue. And that's on the course that happened out here. The day they arrested Bao, remember on June 5th, they arrested Bao for going to court. When they arrested him, when they arrested Bao, I stayed around and protested, if you remember. Okay, then the stupid cop out here asked me for my ID after I asked them to identify, and they wouldn't show me their department issued ID. They just flashed it up. So when they asked me for my ID, I was standing here on the sidewalk, and of course, you don't have to have ID when you're not driving. And I didn't have one with me because I don't take it with me. It was in the car. I only have it when I'm driving. So I left it in the car, and I had my driver's license, the one that just has a stick figure. And then I read him his you have the right to remain violent. Anything you say can and will be used against you on YouTube. And I read him that. And that offended him. And then he asked me for my ID, of course, when I was standing here, and you don't have to give it to him. So then a week later, actually 11 days later, on the 16th, and this was on the 5th, then I was right there where you see me pointing the camera at. I came to go to court here for El Charro Negro Justice, and all the other guys was up here. So I pulled up here for a second, and just said hi to everybody. And then I went straight down there to park. I was probably here less than 10 seconds. And then I went straight there to park. And then remember Dickface pulled behind me and gave me arrested me actually, said he was going to tow my car and gave me a ticket for failure to ID when he was a off-duty employee right here. So why am I zoomed in so much? There it is. So yeah, so it was when I was off-duty. He was an off-duty employee, and of course, you don't have to give ID to officer when they're not on duty. But of course, I'm not fighting that yet. I'm just fighting change of venue because I want to get that cop on the stand, of course. That was Swine, the same one that arrested Bao. He illegally arrested Bao, and he illegally arrested me. So anyway, I will be seeing him in court. But no, I didn't put in no motion to dismiss because for one good reason. I don't want it dismissed. I want to get them on the stand, and I'm going to get the coward on the stand. The head of security here, Mr. Cornman, Larry Cornman. So they ain't falling to 6. It sounds like, Tuck, you have a right to a jury. All tickets should be sent to a state court. That's the way it should be, but not in Arizona. The Supreme Court of Arizona, about 30 years ago, I fought this 30 years ago when I was attacked in my own house by Tucson police. And 2 years ago, 2 years ago, 30 years ago, 1993. 1993, I meant, is when the first time I learned about not getting a jury trial. I wrote the letter, a long judge, or I let the judge a long letter about the getting the jury trial, and it just responded was the Supreme Court of Arizona ruled that if they're not asking for extensive jail time, and there's a criteria, then you don't get a jury trial. And that's about everything in this court. So there's hardly any, even though they have places for juries to sit in here, they hardly ever have jury trials. At least I don't see them. And if they're doing maybe a high misdemeanor, they're asking for lots of jail time, then I think they do have to give you one. But yep, I wish that was true in Arizona. They should have, that's the way it should be. And there's one thing that Arizona does have, and it is we have citizens initiatives. So a citizens initiative allows us to put things on the ballot. And if it passes with more than 51% of the vote, it has to be written into law, because in 1996, we tried a marijuana bill. And I was part of that way back then. In 96, the first marijuana bill, we passed it. And once it passed, there he is.
What's happening, brother?
Oh, tell us what happened. How did they screw you? So they screwed you in the ass and I couldn't even film it? Do you have a sore ass to prove it?
I do. You see the way I'm walking? Can you tell by the way I'm walking?
Yeah.
It was bad in there, man. It's really bad. It's getting as corrupt as possible.
Yeah.
As soon as I walked in the door, cops follow me around the fucking door.
Which cop is there?
I don't know.
How come they didn't follow you out? And they never came out to see me.
They never came out to see you at
No,
all?
I was trying. I was here.
Judge and the prosecutor told them they're pumping me before I even got started. They're being biased.
Was that?
Judge is 100% biased, man.
Of course he is. He's a city court judge. You don't get a fair trial in this court. So what did they say? Did you put in a change of venue? What did you do?
I challenge jurisdiction.
And what did they say?
She tells me I'm in statutory jurisdiction, I'm in Pima County, I'm in this, I'm whatever, just running all over the fucking place.
Yeah.
I want to know whether or not it's common law jurisdiction or admiralty law jurisdiction. That's the only jurisdictions granted by the Constitution of these courts, right?
Yeah. Did you try to challenge do a change of venue and challenge bias?
No, I didn't. I should.
Yeah, it should be the next step. But the first thing you should do, you got your case number. You need to go get motion, and you need to fill out the motion to film. Every hearing you should be able to film. Just like I did.
What floor is that on? It's on first floor.
It's a motion. No, right here. Get a motion.
Get the motion?
Yes, get a motion right here.
I'm gonna go get that because I need a motion.
Yeah. Get a couple of them. Yes. You put in two motions. You put in one to challenge jurisdiction and put in one to record it. That's what I do every time, just to. All these city court judges are biased. Cool.
Working all the time. It's working good.
Good. Good. I need to get one of them.
$200, man. It's not bad.
What's that?
$200, not bad.
For what?
For this fun kid.
Oh, okay. I
Lasted
think
12 hours. 12 hours.
you spent more than that on parking tickets today, huh?
I didn't even pay him yet. I'm going to file some motions there as well. I got
Yeah.
one in my truck.
Yeah.
This motherfucker, man.
Yeah.
It's disgusting. It's intimidating. They made me answer the last person. Judge was being a fucking bitch right off the back. Prosecutor was being a dick right off the bat. Oh, it's stolen. Fuck. Whoops. Yeah, they were attacking me right off the bat before my court even started. The judge told me I couldn't hear what she was saying. She was looking right at me when she was speaking. I said, ma'am, I can't hear you with all the plastic in the way. She goes, you don't need to hear me. You'll hear me when I call your name. Why are you looking at me if you're fucking talking right at me? They're watching all this shit.
Yep. Yeah, you need to change the venue. And then
What's a change of venue? What's that?
to another court.
another
That this court is biased, and you're not going to get a fair trial here. You got to know it. Nobody gets a fair trial in this
What
court.
would they transfer to though?
You're going to have to ask. It would be Superior Court.
Superior courts?
Yeah. Or not Superior Court, I'm sorry, Justice Court.
So it'd be Justice Court.
Yes. And then if Justice Court's in the thing too, then it would go to like a Nogales or a Marana, one of these other surrounding courts at the same level.
I like that.
You know, but they rarely do that. They're going to say they're not biased, and then they're going to make a biased ruling on
They
you.
were biased right. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
They're biased
that's
right
what they're
off the
gonna
bat.
do.
As soon as I walked in, the judge was picking on me. She knows what the fuck I am.
Yeah.
She knows what we do. So immediately she started fucking,
Yeah.
they're trying to pump me up and give me a bad
Yeah.
attitude. So I can speak in the courtroom like I do to these fucking pigs. That's
Yeah.
what they're trying to attempt.
Yes, of course.
And it's not going to happen.
Of course.
Motherfuckers, man.
Of course is what they do.
Anger management, they put me through about 10 years of that shit for a reason, you know what I mean? I use it in there.
Yeah, of course. Not only that, I do anger management too. I save my anger up all the time until I get in front of the judge. That's anger management. You take it out on the people that causing your problems.
Yeah, absolutely.
The judge and the cops.
I didn't want to get any contempt in there, man. I took it easy. I was very respectful the whole time.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah, if you even look at her
Did you sign
mom.
the plea? Yeah. Oh, gosh.
No, it's my first one.
I tried to fight mine. We'll see how it turns out. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Everybody's going to sign the pleas, man.
Of course. Because they put you through this ringer, make you do all these steps, and it makes it so hard that you say, shit, I don't want to do this again. And then week after week, if you get a trial, you're going to have 3 or 4 court dates. They're going to drag you on. They make it so hard on you that they want you just to pay the money.
I tried to set
That's
up
what
for
they
an
do.
evidentiary hearing.
That's what Tucson does.
That's definitely true because
That's
I've
what
been
they
coming
do.
to this fucking
Yeah.
thing ever since this Corona shit started.
Yeah.
It's
Fucking
bullshit.
bullshit.
I know.
Straightforward.
And there's still,
Parking ticket and a turning violation where I stepped there at the turning violation area.
Yeah.
Every motherfucker did a turning violation.
Same
Yeah.
It was retarded.
yeah.
Even the cops. The cops do
That's the
it
way they
over
do
and
it.
over again, right in front of you.
Yep.
They do loops in the middle of the fucking street, drive around directions on one-way
And it's
roads.
stupid how I got a ticket in the first place because I was trying to drive my lift and I did a white turn because the fucking passenger put the wrong address. Oh, turn right here.
Yeah.
Me trying to. Be
What cop was it?
convenient.
To see.
Oh, it's one of the fucking stupid patrol
Motorcycle
cops for
cops.
college. No, it's the college police.
Oh, U of A.
Even worse.
Yeah. 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 They're not quite as bad, but they're bad.
No, they needed what, and that was the funny thing. They look at me like I was the drunk person when I had the whole back fucking my seat filled with drunk college underage fucking. But I'm getting a ticket here.
Yeah.
The fuck?
Yeah. Oh, you drive them around so they don't have to get DUIs. Yeah. Yeah. Good.
I'm not doing that anymore.
Yeah. Costs too much money, huh?
Well, no, the whole COVID thing, and I was just
Yeah.
fuck that.
Yeah.
And I ended up getting hired by the state to make cannabis soda.
Get hired where?
To make cannabis soda for the state.
Cannabis what?
Soda.
What is that?
Cannabis soda?
Oh, making cannabis soda. Oh, yeah, great. Yeah. What's the brand? They do it all the dispensaries? Okay, yeah. I think I drank that one before. When I first got my card, they had root beer. And they're $10 a piece back then. Are they cheaper now?
Right now they're on sale.
So what, $5?
They're like 11, 10.
Yeah,
Same
10.
price.
So they're about the same price. So, but you can drink part of it. But if you drink one, that's like,
That's equivalent to 2 Bud Light Platinums.
yeah, yeah. But I do edibles and I do a lot of course, shatter and.
Yep.
But I still prefer flower. You know, But make sure you vote, of course. So everybody knows here, guys, we're voting on, it's going to be on the ballot. And it's going to win this time. There ain't no opposition, really. It should win. I mean, because all you need is 50%. Last time we got 48.9. It was a bad bill. It gave the cops, the last bill, you could have 6 plants. The 7th one's a felony. So what that does is it still lets them bust in your house and look for the 7th plant. And that's the problem. And that's why it needs to be totally legal, whereas any amount is legal. So then they can't play them games that they do. So if no matter what you do, you make a law that says you're allowed to have let's say you're allowed to have 30 pounds. They're going to bust in your house and look for the 31st pound. That's the problem with law enforcement and the drug war, is that they don't want to give it up. So they're making sure they get language in this bill still to allow them to civil asset forfeiture. Because when they find you with that, 7th plant, they take your house, your car, and everything you own. That's what they do, and they call it civil asset forfeiture. It ain't very civil. It's called stealing, and it's called armed robbery because they bust in there with guns, put guns to everyone's head, including your kids, and they terrify the shit out of them, and then they fine you and drag you through court for years and take it over a plant.
I'm also seeing it the other way around, where the person doesn't have that much, and they just throw in the extra to make it seem like they do.
Yeah, exactly. They just like for years, they've been throwing things on the scale, stems, bag, everything, and a tow from the officer to make it go up. You know, they've been doing them games for years, and you can't challenge that. You know, they don't ever let you see that again and weigh it or whatever. They don't let you challenge that kind of stuff. They just drag you through the mud, and that's why these courts are so corrupt. And it ain't just city court. Yeah. The city court only gets the small ones, like the guys with grams and small amounts. Yeah. But yeah, then it goes to the...
Take off work for this fucking bullshit.
Well, I better get down there before I get my thing's running out. So,
Your
yeah.
time is running out?
Yeah.
I got about 20 minutes left.
I think you can get forms on the forms online and print them up. And I do have extra ones too. Okay, good then. Yeah, and I think I have extra ones at my house. Yeah. Yeah. Just go ahead and grab them. Yeah.
It's just bullshit. You can challenge jurisdiction.
Yeah, but you put a motion and then you challenge it with her, and you're going to get the same result.
Disorderly conduct case?
Criminal?
Yes, criminal. I need 3 of them, please.
If you come back by about 2:30, we can let you in for that court.
Thank you very much.
I didn't even realize the time it said right there.
Yeah.
You want to talk?
No, I got some. So you're right there. Oh, I'm way over there.
I thought you'd be over here too. That's why
I was, but it was full. Every single one was full. So, and all these guys there, these guys working on that, they're taking up all them. They got their flashes on.
Oh, such bullshit. Fuck.
You know, I'm gonna go ahead and go off of here. I'm way down there, so you don't want to walk way down there.
I'll cruise with you for a few minutes. You want me to give you a ride?
No, that's good. I mean, by the time I even got in there,
No, you can't be there.
yeah. But anyway, so when's your next court date?
It is December 30th or some shit. They offered me a plea too.
What was your plea? Did you offer them a plea? That's what I tried to do.
Offered them a plea. Oh, the disorderly conduct, unreasonable noise. They do have a victim on here, Kimberly Beth Roebuck. Response. The victim was notified with no response assessing this plea agreement. They're offering me $1,500 fine, $1,000 suspended, 12 months of unsupervised probation, no contact with Kimberly Beth Roebuck, and no return within 500 feet of the 2600 block of East Croydon.
Yeah. Which is absolutely bull.
Bunch of fucking horseshit.
So you remember, guys, this is the night that Bao was arrested. He was at home and saw it and then came down there. So this is the night Bao, El Charro, and of course, El Charro Negro Justice, yes, and Pigs Under Pressure, all three was arrested. And it's also the same night that they murdered, at the same time he was being arrested, Pigs Under Pressure was being arrested, they murdered Mr. Lopez. So,
Carlos Ingram Lopez.
Yep, Carlos Ingram Lopez.
Let's see what my next court date is here.
7 minutes.
Right on time, huh?
Yep.
Let me find this fucking court date real quick.
Let's see here, guys. I'll try to read some of them. Yes, the helicopter night. That's correct. This was, it was April 21st. We started on April 20th, which you guys know, 420, you know. I'm usually putting on a 420 bash on somewhere to, you know, I got it rated in the past, as you guys mostly know. I put in 420 parties when we was doing the 420 Social Club and Veterans United.
December 11th at 10 a.m.
December 11th. So, cool. Anyway, yep, that was the night. And they murdered one, and they tackled and beat down all three of the journalists, you know, and that was about 5 miles away. And we would have been there that night if they wouldn't have did that, you know. And they had all of us, James Freeman, me, there was about 4 or 5 of us that wasn't arrested that had our cars locked in. So,
Stitch gave me the disorderly conduct classification. He's trying to tell me that the jurisdiction is statutory. But there is no rules of criminal procedure at statutory jurisdiction for the Constitution.
Everyone that fights jurisdiction loses in these kangaroo courts.
And kangaroo courts.
And the only way to really do it is go to the next court in appeal. So you're going to have to get drugged through the mud all the way. But yeah, jurisdiction, they always win that because they're the ones that write it, and they're the ones that decide.
They have a fake secret jurisdiction that they're operating under.
Yeah.
Because,
But
I told the judge that the Sixth Amendment allows me to know what jurisdiction I'm being charged under. She goes, the Sixth Amendment has nothing to do with jurisdiction. So I'm going to go read up again on the Sixth Amendment. But I believe it does.
Yep.
Well, brother, thank you so much for coming down here, man. Really appreciate it.
We'll do it next time.
I head down to work.
I'll be back here on the 4th. Or the 5th.
Anytime, I'm on it.
I think it's the 5th. I'm challenging jurisdiction, and I'm going to record it, but I'll let you watch it. And I wish you could come in there and see because it is important.
I probably can because I need to go to the room 104 anyway.
Yeah, but they'll let you go to the window, but that's 104 the window now.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, so they make you go to the window. Yeah. This time they said they would take my change, but I didn't carry it all the way up there. But I was going to walk it back. But they won't when I actually bring it.
Right. Oh, yeah.
You know.
It's all pennies.
Yeah.
In loose form.
Yeah. Of course. And it will be. What's the purpose of doing it the other way?
Yeah, absolutely.
But all right, guys, I'm going to get out of here. Thanks for watching.
See you guys later.
Later.